Okay, who isn't in a great mood when they're in doing stuff and got stuff going on and everything's working right, kinda. Uh, yeah. Hi, welcome to the program. My name is Tom Reynolds of the Nosey Liberal, and I'm just getting the connection working. We have a new connection. We have a new way to do things here at FYNation.com, and everything filters through. I can see the chat. I see Jim. Jim said they attacked Judge for having empathy. The judge, the proper grammar, Tom. It's useful. So we can put your chat comments in the appropriate box in the stream here on the show. Now I am so freaking psyched for it. I am in the best mood. I woke up late. I woke up 10 minutes late, and I wasn't going to rush to do the show to come on the air 10 minutes late. So I got ready. I made a phone call that was urgently needed to be made. I dealt with that. Um, uh, um, and I am thrilled with the news I got today. I got the best news for my business. So, like, we can move on and we can press on, and tomorrow we will be on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, my YouTube page. We'll be everywhere. We'll be like freaking changeling. You'll see us everywhere. It's beautiful. And I see how many people are watching properly. It tells me this thing is amazing. I am in the best mood. I want to talk about Judge Jackson. I want to talk about a lot of stuff. We've got a lot of stuff to cover today, and you'll see kind of, sort of, how the sausage is made with the new way we do the intro and the outro. It's a little annoying. It's a little tacky, but it's the only way I could do it. So it's gonna get done that way. And I gotta say, I I am so just my hair is a mess. I have the thing going on with my hair that is I have the uh Boris Johnson thing. I like I when my hair gets this way, I call myself Boris. Because as you do when you're impersonating an English prime minister, you say Boris. Boris is here. Hi, I'm Boris. So there's that. And I like the new way the mic is. I like the way the new setup. I'm more comfortable. I'm in the zone. We're in the zone, folks. I want to be this pumped every day to bring you news and information and talk. And we are an affiliate. We booked our first show. FY Nation is going to be helping Tara Buster go even more national. Is that amazing? Our platform is going to be putting Tara Buster, Tara Devlin show, out into the wild for all the Pacifica Radio Network affiliates to be able to use. We're going to be doing that on our show through our network. We signed that contract yesterday. And it's a go today. So starting this weekend, any like WBAI of New York can pick Tara up. We're going to be calling these stations. We're going to be going out there. We're gonna Tara Buster is going national in a big way, which I'm excited about because she deserves it. And I like to help my friends. I like to help people who help me. It's not a grift for me. I'm not here to make any money. In fact, I'm not asking for any money. I'm asking for likes, comments, watching. If you like the video, if you comment on the video, if you watch the video, that's what I'm asking for. I'm not asking for any money. Um, and Jim says, "Good, Tara needs more distribution." I'm in an awesome. I'm stoked. I'm really. I'm just like, after months of having things not work the way that they should work and work properly. I I I got it down to where I can run this show and I can give you everything without any issues, without any delay. And if there is an issue, if there is an issue, it literally boils down. I feel like my hair needs a bun. My hair is totally all over the place today. I feel like it needs a bun, and it's driving me absolutely batshit crazy. But the, it is what it is. I have too much of it. Um I need to figure something out with my hair. Any tips? Hashtag FYI live for my hair. I'm in a site. The morning show is gonna take off. We're gonna expand this baby. We're gonna do well. I'm telling you now because you need to get ready. FYNation.com is going to go full expansion. We're going to go where the liberals are. We're going to go where the progressives are. We're going to go where the malcontents are. We're going to go everywhere. And some days I may look like this, completely unkempt. Like the freaking ugly professor here. My hair is like this ball of frizz, and it's making me crazy. But we're on 3 streams today. We're on my personal stream. We're on my YouTube stream, and we're on Facebook FY Nation stream. And I couldn't be happier. I am in such a good mood. I have to share it with you and talk about this first because we're gonna go in the news and it's gonna piss me off and it's gonna set me off. It's gonna make me angry. And I gotta tone down how I like, because this show is going national too, by the way. We're distributing the Nosey Liberal for a morning show for people who need a morning show. Well, really an afternoon show because by the time we distribute it, it'll be afternoon. But a show nonetheless. And we're gonna distribute the show. And hopefully that will help us because frankly we need the help. And I I'm not even looking for, like, again, I'm not looking for money. Like, this is not one of those grifts type of situations. This is one of those dude, let's um grow this baby. That's what I'm looking for. Um I'm looking for good people like Jim who come in and participate, because participation in the show is key. So I can respond to, like he says, I'll try anyway. I totally want that. I want to see the chats come in the chat constantly. I want to see it, and it's so easy. I'm trying to talk Tara into using this new system that I found because, one, she won't have to pay for it because I'm fitting the bill for her. And two, it is so easy. You flip a little switch and you're live. You put the video in, you play the video. It works so wonderfully. And I can have up to 10 people join me in the chat. Not that I would ever want 10 people, but I guess if we had a presentation thing going on and we needed 10 people, we could have up to 10 people going on in this chat. And we could really catch fire with this. For the first time in my life, for the very first time in my life, I'm not obsessed with how everybody else is going to view me, except for my hair today. But that's besides the point. It literally, my hair literally looks, for those listening to the radio stream on FYNation.com or the radio player app, my hair looks like a bird came down and nested in it. Is what it looks like. It looks like somebody, a bird just said, "I'm gonna set up shop here, and we're gonna do whatever the fuck we want." And my mom, because she knows I'm non-binary, I came out, and and she knows I'm pansexual. She knows I have 2 girlfriends. Um, I, the audience wasn't supposed to know that, and I just gave that away. Shh, sorry. Um, I only have 1 girlfriend. I kid. Um, that's my dirty little secret. There, I said it. When I talk about the girlfriend, you're not supposed to know which one I'm talking about, and I gave it away. This is what happens when Jim says, I love this comment. And Jim says, your hair is still better than Marsha Blackburn's. Yeah. And by the way, not for nothing, I'm proud of the women in my life. I have the best women. They don't always listen, but I have the best women in my life. I have even my ex-wife, right? Even my ex-wife is the best mother on the planet. My ex-wife, we don't get along that well. We're friendly because we're family. And that's not true. We do get along when we both put an effort in, but it's hard. Because I don't want to come across like I'm talking down about her, and I don't talk about this much on this show, personally, like I used to on the old show, because I have family obligations now. Where before on my old show, it was just me. I could talk about my relationships and lack thereof, and who I thought was cute and everything else. But now I have a family, so I don't feel comfortable bringing my family onto the show and showcasing them. Not that I have a problem with my family or am embarrassed by my family, but it's none of your business. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you're not gonna, like, if I mention it, it's gonna be in passing. And me and my back to my ex-wife, strong black woman. I love strong black women. I and not that I'm flexing, but the women in my life that I've been able to get would make any straight man jealous. And yes, I guess I am flexing a little bit because I'm in a good mood. Because these women in my life are strong, they're intellectual, and they can beat my ass with the inch of my life. And that turns me on and scares me equally. And this country needs more strong women. My daughter is a strong woman. My daughter drives my ex-wife nuts. She will do what I used to do, and it drives me nuts too because I know I this is one of the things she inherited from me, and, this I can think I can get away with talking about because I used to do this. We don't wanna we're not gonna take a break. Here's the music. And my headset is real high. I don't know. Nosey Liberal. We're live. I'm in a good mood. Um, it's all peachy here at FYNation.com, and we're just in a celebratory kind of function. Oh, my hair is better than Marsha Blackburn's. Oh my God, yes, Jim with the observation. Marsha Blackburn is an evil witch. An evil. Well, I'm pro-life. The 78 million babies or 68 million babies that will be alive today that I don't really care about, but I'm going to use as a political pawn, and then I'm going to fundraise off of later. That thing. And my dog just came in. My dog heard me. She knows I'm doing something. She wants attention now. She only wants attention when I can't give it to her. Another strong woman in my life, my dog. My dog, I can't show a picture of her um, because of how the camera is um, angled, but she is another strong rescue dog. Rescue. I only do rescues now. My first dog was not a rescue. My first dog was an actual. I think my dad bought him at the store or from a person. But my every dog I've had since has been a rescue animal. One I had to rehome, which was heartbreaking, but we just couldn't keep him in our apartment, and he was too big for the place, so we rehomed him to a ranch, and it worked out better for him when we lived in Vegas. But every animal that I've ever gotten as an adult um, has been a um, has been a rescue animal, and they are the most loyal. They are the most loyal, loving, attentive creatures in the world. These rescue animals. Like, how you could not want a rescue animal in your life, I don't understand. Like, how these people just buy animals and go to, Bushy Boo, drives me nuts because that's just, like, not right. Now, my daughter bought her animal because she wanted a specific breed, and that's okay if you can do that. You're giving the animal a good home. That's fine. But if you're boutiquing animals, that drives me nuts. Um, my daughter's dog was with the family for 11 years before the poor thing died suddenly and unexpectedly. Um, but every dog that I've had that has been a rescue animal has been the most loyal, the most comforting animal. And like they know when you are feeling down or when you're in a good mood or something, and they come to you. What's going on? What happened? What can I do? Can I be a part of this too? Like, even if you're in bad mood, can I be a part of this too? I want to cheer you up. I want to make you feel better. I want to lick your face. My dog loves to lick my face, and I gotta say, I'm not one of these people who's like, ew, dogs licking the face. No, I'm totally into it. I'm like, go to town. Do give me all the lovin's you can because I need it because I'm a big softie. So back to my daughter. Um, and me really because I used to do this too, and it's a Republican trait, by the way. So this is political. just so you yeah, I can tie it all in really well into the discussion that we're having at large. And that's my dog banging against my desk because she's, uh, grooming herself. Um, uh, the Republicans hold on to a lie, like, so hard. Like, my daughter does this when she's especially when she's caught. I did this too. I don't do it so much anymore because I'm grown up. But when I was younger, in my younger years, and when I was unmedicated, I would just, and this is what caused a lot of me and my ex's arguments, is I would hold on to a lie and I would fight for it. And I would fight so hard for the lie as if it's like Jesse Smollett. Jesse Smollett believes his own lie. He believes he was attacked, Jesse Smollett. I believe he believes he was attacked. I think it's that rooted in his psyche. Um, and so you hold on to that lie for dear life and you can't let it go. It's like the election fraud lie. You hold on to the you hold on to the um lie and you have to mold it and live with it. And it begins to comfort you. It makes you feel better. And all these other things that aren't true when it comes to a lie, but you can't let it go. And it when you do that, you 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 hurt yourself when you hold on to a big lie. When you hold on to a big lie, you crush your soul. It's soul crushing when you hold on to a big lie. Um, it's defeatist too because you're defeating yourself. Even if you get away with it. Let's say you get away with the big lie that you tell. Um, you're hurting yourself because you've hurt somebody else to get whatever it is to get away with however you wanted to do. You've gone and hurt yourself. So why hold on to the big lie? That's the question of the day today. Why hold on? Why hold on to a big lie? Because it makes you feel like you have strength. You feel powerful. You feel righteous, especially in your indignation. Big word there for Tom. But you feel like you got this with your big lie. And you can handle anything. It's like the January 6th rioters. Um Yes. Jim says, glad the Republicans are holding on to the big lie. Makes them easier to beat. I'm glad for the explanation because I was going to ask why. So thank you for the explanation. Um, the Republicans have their big lie, and they have to create other little lies around it. CRT, the invasion of our schools, pedophilia, trans women going into women's bathrooms and doing all kinds of disgusting things to women. You name it. You name their narrative. You name their hate. There follows a big lie. Totalitarian mask rules. I saw this clip on Right Wing Watch the other day where they were talking about Kevin Sorbo, who I think I just mentioned the other day, who was in one of Gene Roddenberry's uh, sci-fi shows. Kevin Sorbo. Or maybe I'm getting them all mixed up. Am I getting them all mixed up? I don't know. But I don't think I am. He's one of these big, hulky, manly men. And they were talking about we need more manly men. What happened to all the manly men? Maybe they all moved to China because you can't be feminine in China. That's banned. Um, maybe they all moved to China, or maybe they never really existed. Maybe manly men was a myth. Maybe it was a social construct that you had to conform to, and people just aren't conforming any longer to manly men. Could that be the thing? Yes, I think that's the thing. I think manly men was a myth and a construct that should not be believed. And by the way, I hope the screen resolution and everything is better. I'm paying for it. It should be. And I paid for it with all the let me try this one, let me try that one, let me try this one, let me get the stream working, blah 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 blah. But I think we finally got it where it's acceptable. Um Jim says the manly men are having AR-15 circle jerks in the woods. Yes. Or they are burning crosses. And it's funny that the Klan like masks. They totally dig they're like the Klan are like let me wear this hooded mask. So blah blah blah. So the big lie is Kentanji Jackson, Judge Jackson. Kentanji? I apologize. I cannot say that name properly. That Judge Jackson is uncaring, that she's un-American, that she is just uh, she's just left. She's too left. She's too liberal. The big lie. And Cory Booker, I don't have the clip. I'm gonna try and get it tomorrow. Cory Booker, oh my God, made her cry. And it was one of the best moments where he basically told her and reminded her and reminded the audience and reminded America. Cory Booker said, "You have nothing to be ashamed of." And I'm paraphrasing. You are a strong, capable woman. You earned this. And he praised her. And he saw exactly what I see in this woman, a strong, black, capable woman who just really wants to do the best for other people. And this is why Joe Biden picked her. Joe Biden picked Judge Jackson because Judge Jackson has a heart. Judge Jackson has empathy. Judge Jackson believes that any person, no matter what the wrong they did, deserves a defense, as I do. Do you have to like what they did? Absolutely not. I don't like what O.J. Simpson allegedly did to Nicole Brown Simpson. I believe he murdered his wife. I believe it was a classic abusive relationship. And I believe O.J. Simpson murdered his wife. To this day, I will die on this hill. Do I hold Johnny Cochran or his legal team as murderers? Do I hold them accountable as murderers? Because they helped defend who I see someone as a murderer? O.J. Simpson? And by the way, I watched that trial. So it's not just me reading the news clips and everything else. He was a monster to Nicole Brown Simpson. I don't care that she did drugs. I don't care. Like, everybody does something like marijuana. Hello. I get high on the weekends with my girlfriend. It happens. I relax. I'm less of an asshole. I think more Republicans should probably smoke a joint. They'd be less assholey. And I do have stories to get to, but I'm in a good mood and we're just rolling with it. And I'm gonna play some video, is what I'm leading up to. I was impressed with Kennedy and Sass for not being monsters. But weren't they though, Jim? Weren't they? If they weren't monsters, they were collaborating minions in the Republican trope of talking point bullshit. They were little collaborators. That is why you cannot give these Republicans a pass. That is why you cannot let them do this to somebody so honorable. Lindsey Graham promised that this wouldn't be a circus. This whole mess wouldn't be a circus. That's what Lindsey Graham promised. Jim. Right. They all figured out in advance who would be monsters. Well, they had a meeting. In their last Trump Klan rally, they picked out the monsters and they were like, "You're gonna be a monster. You're gonna be like Oprah with a car. You're gonna have 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 a car." That's what they do. Not for nothing, but isn't that a horrible way to live? By the way, hashtag FYI Live, if you so desire, or leave a comment in the comment section. They work now. They work. But Josh Hawley wants to be president of the United States. He looks at the mirror and he sees a president. I look in that same mirror with Josh Hawley and I look and I see a dick. I do not see a president. I see a dick. Mr. Hawley.
Been able to think about it overnight. This is a case where you had an 18-year-old who possessed and distributed hundreds of images of 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds, and you gave him, frankly, a slap on the wrist sentence of 3 months.
Senator,
do you regret it?
I don't remember whether it was distribution or possession. In
it was
the law,
both. Do you regret it?
In the law, there are different crimes that people commit.
Judge, you gave him 3 months. My question is, do you regret it or not?
Senator, what I regret is that in a hearing about my qualifications to be a justice on the Supreme Court, we've spent a lot of time focusing on this small subset of my sentences, and I've tried to explain.
You regret that we're focusing on your cases? I don't understand.
No. I'm talking about the fact that you're talking about
child pornography
7
cases?
very serious cases.
I'm glad we agree on that.
Some of which involve conduct that I sentence people to 25, 30 years.
3 months in this case, Judge. Do you regret it? You haven't answered my question. Do you regret the sentence?
Senator, I would have to look at the circumstances. What I'm telling you,
You know the circumstances. We discussed.
See, look, this is why you know the circumstances. You give me an answer now. You give me answer now. And she's not caving. She's not like, I'm going to give you an answer. I'm going to give you the answer. You give me answer now. He's talking down to her like she's some stupid bimbo, Republican nincompoop. You give me answer now. Caveman talk. Oh, you'll regret it. Do you regret it? You give me answer now. I want answer now. Like somehow, somehow, and the clip was that going. All right, that was my bad, and I will fix. I think I know what I did to make the clip up. I think I know where the clip was that going. I think. So let's see if it echoes this time. I'm going to continue the clip. Let me know if it echoes at all. If that's our only problem, that's a problem we can solve.
Discussed it for half an hour yesterday. There's a 55-page transcript, which I'm sure you've read. You lived it. As you've emphasized to this committee over and over, you've lived it, right? You said that you've been through all of this. You've looked at all of the images. You're the one who's had to endure all of it. You gave him a 3-month sentence. I just wonder if you regret it or if you stand by it. I mean, do you stand by that sentence?
Senator, in every case, I followed what Congress authorized me to do in looking to the best of my ability at all of the various factors that apply.
She's not giving him the answer he wants. He's so aggravated. You're supposed to give me, do you regret it? Do you regret it? Come on, judge, give me the answer. Give me the answer. She's like, Senator, and she's holding her own. She's being nice about it. She's being nice black lady. She's not being like, any kind of way. She's really like fundamentally keeping her cool and just like, no echo. Awesome. Thank you, Jim. I know what I did wrong. Now I know how to resolve it. I have to mute my camera mic on so you guys don't get an echo. And if I mute my camera mic, you will not get an echo. See, I can fix things now. I'm so proud. We're going to be professional starting this week, and we're going to swear less, if not at all, and things are going to go so well. But Josh Hawley, just an absolute arrogant piece of trash, trying to get this judge, trying to get a gotcha moment out of this judge. Do you regret it? Why don't you regret it? You should regret. Well, I gotta look at. Do you regret it? But I gotta look at the whole thing. Do you regret it? I want an answer from you. You need to give me that answer. But you're not letting me explain. Imagine what it would be like to be in a marriage with him. Imagine what it would be like. That would make me crazy. Imagine, like, just think about it for a second. Being in a marriage with Josh Hawley. Did you do the dishes? Well, I'm working on it. You didn't do the dishes when I told you to do the dishes? Jim says, do you regret being black? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Score. Right there. Score. That's exactly it. Do you regret being black? Uh, there's no other there. It's beautiful. And I like this how the camera is kind of looking down on me. It's not intrusive like the other camera. I hope you guys like this new way because this is the new me. So there's that. And Jim, if you could do me a favor, could you let River know that we've moved the stream? Excuse me, what a burp. Wow. That's worse than a swear. It was funny, like, I don't throw up like a normal person. This is gonna be a little gross. Sorry. A little personal. Like, I don't throw up like a normal person. So when I get really bad stomach nausea, um, my reaction is to start coughing a lot. Because a normal person will throw up and whatever. Well, I do a number 2. Um, Thank you, Jim. If I do, if I do any of it comes out the back way. And last night, I was so sick to my stomach before I went to bed, and I slept really good last night. That's why I was late. I overslept because I woke up on time, and then I was like, I got a few minutes. Let me just sleep. And then I overslept. Don't ever let yourself slide like that. Don't be like, I got a few minutes. You do not have a few minutes. You don't have a few minutes. Do not let yourself fall into that trap. It's an evil trap made by Donald Trump to sucker you into not doing what you should be doing. So I like where was I with this? So I was in bed and I was coughing a lot. And it was like you had mouth diarrhea. It's the best way to describe it. Cough, 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 cough. And I couldn't stop because I felt like I was going to throw up every time I coughed because of the circles my stomach was going in. And my mother finally spoke up and she was like, "Why are you coughing? Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Because I'm not going to sit there and because I live in the basement of my parents' house. I'm one of those people. Um, and I'm not going to be like, "Yeah, this is how I throw up," and explain it to my mom. So I just went, "Yeah, I'm fine." I was not fine. I was literally sick to my stomach. But I'm not going to tell her that and make her worry more. My big lie. My big lie is, yeah, I'm fine. Sometimes big lies are good for people so you don't hurt them or don't scare them or protect them. But other times, big lies, well, they do damage. They damage your reputation, they damage your political party, they damage all these many myriad of things. And it sucks that they do damage. But they do cause harm. So try not to tell big lies. Yeah, I think we could all agree on that. Try not to tell big lies. And listen to FYNation.com. That's always good. That's always helpful. Um uh Jim Jim says, yeah, I'm fine is literally everybody's big lie after Trump. No, that's the thing too. And I was in this Bernie Sanders group, and I think I've told this story before, but I was in this Bernie Sanders group, and the, this this person who I don't know if they were a man or a woman, so we'll just go with this person. This avatar came at me and was like, "You still believe Trump is a problem? Blah 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 blah. What's wrong with you? How dare you? Like, how dare I warn people about what's coming? Like, it's like, how dare you warn me that the hurricane is coming? We've had other hurricanes. We'll be fine with this one." Um, Jim says I haven't been fine since Election Day 2016. I concur. And the sooner we own up to that and face up to that, the quicker we'll be. Like, and not for nothing, uh, Senator Hawley will probably get a a cozy, cushy, wonderful chairmanship of a committee or be assigned a good committee come midterms if the Republicans win. Do you really want that? Do you really want to see Josh Hawley on the TV screen every day running for president? I mean, this is him now running for president, and this is as bad as it gets here.
That constrain judges that give us discretion, but also tell us how to sentence. And I ruled in every case based on all of the relevant factors.
So you don't regret it?
No one case, Senator, can stand in for a judge's
I'm not asking you that.
entire
I'm asking
record.
if you regret this sentence in this case. And it sounds like the answer is no. But I want to tell you I regret it. I regret that you gave him only 3 months. Let me read to you what you said about these kinds of cases. In fact, to this defendant, you said, "Make no mistake, Mr. Hawkins, the children you saw in those pictures were not willing participants in the conduct that you witnessed. They were being forced to commit unspeakable acts of sexual violence for the pleasure of the person who was filming and for the gratification of sick people everywhere, people who apparently have no shred of empathy for what this must be doing to the children who are being abused in this way." You go on. Some of the children you saw in those pictures will never have a normal adult relationship. Some of them will turn to drugs and prostitution and other vices to try to deal emotionally with the pain that results from the torture that they have experienced. And even those who manage to lead a somewhat normal adult life say they live in constant fear of being recognized. Some people are even unable to leave their houses because once those pictures are on the internet, they are there forever. And the victims can't do anything without worrying that every person that they meet has seen them in their most vulnerable state at the most horrible time in their lives. That's your words, pages 34 and 35 of the transcript. Powerful words, Judge. I just don't understand why after saying this and believing this, you could give this guy 3 months in prison when the probation office that we've heard so much about recommended 18 months. Even the probation office recommended 18 months. Do you have anything to add?
No, Senator.
I love her. No, Senator. Fuck you, you dick. I mean, what an asshole. What an asshole he is. I just like, come on. Is there a bigger asshole here? No. There isn't a bigger asshole than Josh Hawley. And 3 months is not a cakewalk in prison time. And I'm not defending, okay, 18 months, 3 months, big difference. The probation officer, the judge has discretion. For what type of, that's the judge's job. Excuse me. And the judge has that right. And it could be based on whatever the judge sees in a person, other than what they've done, how the person is behaving, lots of different things. And you may not agree with that in the course of, like, I don't agree with the January 6th deals that are being made and the short-term terms that are being made. But Judge Jackson doesn't need to regret everything that she does because Josh Hawley commands her to. By the way, you could leave a comment in the comment section. Comment section works. Everything works now. We got it all to work. It took us 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but we got it all to work. The only thing that I don't like is it tells me that more people are watching and listening, but it does not cooperate with the like, it doesn't tell me on what platform. The other one told me on what platform. So I knew we had YouTube. So the only way I'll know what platform you're from, if you say, "Hi, I'm here in the comment section," and a comment pops up. And so there's that. Just saying. And I would love to test the Facebook if we get any Facebook watchers. There's that. But you know, it is what it is. And we are where we are. And it's quite unfortunate that we have a and I know what I did wrong with the no, I need to keep that. I'm trying to have another way to make it I'll have to fix that later. Don't fix things while you're doing the show, Tom. Don't do that. Things are going well, Tom. Don't mess up a good thing. So there's that. But we have less technical issues, except, of course, if you count my hair. And we're going to go into another story. I'm in a real good mood today, if you can't tell. And I am really happy with how some things came out that I've been working on for about a month now. And things are looking like they're in line to do real well for me. So that is good news. The good news is there is good news. Um and because you can find if you want to find bad news, there's bad news to be found. But the good news is there is good news. And the faith that I had that things would work out is pretty damn strong. And we're gonna talk about this story. Um, the People's Convoy. I love this story. They're not sure why they're there. They can't figure it out. They don't know. They don't seem to have a clue on what's going on. Um, and these people like are mad about it. So here we have these pissed off right wingers are all taking their toys and leaving because they're mad that the People's Convoy is essentially a one trick pony, a joke, pathetic, something that should be laughed at and ridiculed. You know, all the things that we said the People's Convoy was like, right? It's all it's a non-story. It's a waste of time. It's pathetic. It shouldn't be a thing. Um, why is it even a thing? Yeah, here it is, and now we deal with it. And People's Convoy organizer scrambles to quell rebellion from truckers who think they're wasting their time. Um, Jim says they're pissing themselves in the trucks because the cops have the off ramps closed. Well, there's that. Um, but they think they're wasting their time. I love it. I just love it. They've woken up. The Beast Zachary Petrinzo reports that members of the convoy are growing impatient and are forcing organizer Brian Brass to keep their spirits up. Brass on Wednesday pushed back against truckers who feel that driving around the Beltway for days on end is a waste of time. Waste of gas, too. Waste of energy. Like, the one thing you have and is your time, and you're going to waste it like this on a fool's errand? People's Convoy organizer Ron Coleman said Tuesday, for instance, that he wants to start conducting citizens' arrests of Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser, as well as members of the Metropolitan Police Department. See how well that goes for you. Yes, justifying the action, Coleman accused the police of not allowing the truckers to get out and go to the bathroom as they've been circling the Beltway. We can't have a piss. All we want to do is take a piss. Why won't you let us take a piss? Are you kidding? Are you joking? Oh, it helps if I know which button to push. There are lots of buttons, and you got to know which one to push to get things working. So they're mad at the cops. Blue lives matter. No, those blue lives matter. Yes, they do. So they're mad at the cops, which is funny. Irony. The People's Convoy has for weeks been protesting against the pandemic restrictions, which have all been lifted because, the pandemic went away. It went away. It's away. It's gone. It disappeared. Even though, there are still cases, there are still deaths. Um, we got to focus on the gas prices now, though. We got to focus on Ukraine now, though. We got to focus on those things. We can't dare not focus on the pandemic. See what premature ejaculation feels like. We'll be back after. I'm telling you. So Hey, hey, ho, ho. Welcome back to the show. We are live. You can like us on Facebook, like and share our videos. You can help us out and do us a solid by doing that. That always helps. We're in hour 2, which should be hour 3, but I overslept because that's how we do things. And thank you for letting me know, Jim, that the break was muted. I realized I did that by accident. Sorry about that. My bad. Um, we're I, I'm working on where all the buttons are for this new video stream process. So just bear with me. We'll get it all right. I promise. I promise you that we will get it all right. It's just gonna take a little. It's gonna take some time. Stay with me though. We'll get it. We'll get it to where it needs to be. Um, the um the great thing about all this is we're testing today, and tomorrow we'll have a live show 3 hours. No woke talk radio today because I have to go to the doctors for my girlfriend's mom. My girlfriend's mom is needing to see the doctor. I am the driver, so I will be driving them to the doctor. Um, It happens. So no woke talk radio today. I was planning on doing a third, fourth hour, but I just no, it's not gonna happen. Um, Mainly because I don't have it in me, and I'm still working on getting relaxed enough with everything, as far as the technology goes, to make everything work. Um, I really do like how this is working out though, by the way. I'm really thrilled with it. Um and I best little piece of software I have purchased. Um that is for sure, or rented, I should say. Um and it's only $10 less than what I was paying before. Imagine that. Imagine that. $10 less than what I was paying before, and I get a better product. Oh, the internet's is beautiful. Capitalism, free market is beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it though? Kinda sometimes. Except when it tramples on the little guy. It makes it so hard. I it took me a month and a half to get a loan that should have taken me 2 days to get, but because of reasons, it didn't happen in the way it was supposed to happen, and now I'm just getting the loan. Um, so there's that. But I mean, shit happens. Um, the good news is, um, it'll all work out in the end. So that's always good news. Um, yeah, and I'm happy with that. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Um, and let's see. Other good news: the People's Convoy is trash. That's always good. Let's talk about Nick Fuentes, because he needs to be having a talking about, and we need to discuss him. And I think it's important that we discuss him. Um, so we're gonna have a little discussion about Nick Fuentes, if we can, and just bear with me one second. Do I wanna look at that? No, I don't wanna look at that. I'm just looking at something real quick and trying to figure something out. And let me just switch this real. Okay. I learned that question to that answer really quickly on how that works. So, okay, we know that. So I look like I'm, falling apart, but Nick Fuentes looks like he could be a white nationalist any day of the week. and he is a white nationalist any day of the week, and he is a pro-Russian. Look at him. Just look at that slump. To be Nick Fuentes and America First or American Family or whatever PAC, AF PAC, to be this guy, right? Like, I have all my issues with my looks, and I have things that I don't like to deal with, and everything else. But to be Nick Fuentes would be a scary thing. So there's that, and I'm glad I'm not him. So let's play the tape, because it sounds at first like he's just pro Russia. Like, at first he's just pro Russia, and then he goes into some nonsense about Vladimir Zelensky, and it's crazy talk. And it's not like Alex Jones crazy talk. It is crazy talk. So let's without further ado, play the clip. Come on.
It's all a big farce. All these people waving the flag of democracy, these hypocrites have more blood on their hands than anybody. That's flag of democracy. These hypocrites have more blood on their hands than anybody. That's the real takeaway here. They wave the flag about, they stick their chin up, and they talk about democracy, and he's like Winston Churchill. Zelensky's a hero. Oh, the fierce resistance of the Ukrainian people. You're going to hell. You're going to burn in hell forever for what you've done. I think that Zelensky should be executed for war crimes. I think he should be executed for what he's done. 18-year-olds should die, but he should live. 18-year-old Ukrainians should die, but Zelensky should live. I don't think so. I think Zelensky should be put to death by Russia.
Zelensky should be executed for war crimes. Are you what? What planet are you on, dude? What? For defending they're literally defending Ukraine. They're defending their sovereign nation. He's mad about this. The white nationalist is mad that the Ukrainians are standing up to Russia. So the white nationalist calls for the president of Ukraine to be killed. What? Really? You're that off the rails? You're that pathetic? Are what, pray tell, my friend, is wrong with you? It's I can't, like, grasp it. What's wrong with them? And here we have a guy who is just, I'm sure he's being funded by Russia. Jim says Russia is funding tons of neo-fascist movements all over the world. I'm sure of it. Fuentes may get paid in rubles while his rubles aren't worth dick right now. Cash app that, baby. Cash app that bribe. Come on now. Come on. So the show is live. We're here talking about Nick Fuentes and how Nick Fuentes is just mind-bogglingly crazy. Vladimir Zelensky, and well, you're going to hell, by the way, if you support Ukraine. If you support Ukraine defending itself in any way, and I've heard this on the left too, to the other extreme, where if you support the people of Ukraine defending themselves, you're not for peace somehow. And I have to take a quick phone call, so I will be right back after this.
Intelligent, and he had a certain kind of street smarts that applied well to being a businessman, and especially a high-tech businessman. But he was reckless in that he would
how that works? We should have a break now, but we're not going to have a break now because things happen. So I'm sorry for the yes, there is a bunch of stuff that needs to be done to trigger a break. And it is very complicated. And this is literally our first show, and I would have it down more if literally one, I didn't have a phone call come in, and two, if if frankly I didn't wake up a half hour late for the show, essentially. So my apologies for the rough show today. We will get through it together. Uh, you know, for those loyal listeners and viewers, you guys are wonderful. Um, thank you. Thank you too. And of course, I have a phone call. So I'm just going to mute real quick and we'll be right back. Hello? Okay. I'm literally trying to do 3 different things at once. Um, so you'll just have to bear with me. And I normally don't do my work until after um work. Um uh but unfortunately, I have literally dealing with um uh, dealing with getting something signed. And- All right. Uh let's see. So that just got done. Awesome. I love when my life collides with everything. This is why, like, I thought doing a show during the day would be easier because did my dog leave? I guess my dog left. Um, I thought the show would be easier during the day because everybody usually comes at me at night, but guess not today, huh? I guess when you're desperately trying to do a show during the daytime, this is what happens. Um I think what I'm going to do is I'm testing something here. Real quick, cuz I don't want you guys to have an echo. Um I have been having a volume problem all day, which has been really annoying. Um and it's frustrating that the volume problem. No, I can't do that because it wouldn't work the right way. So that way is out, Tom. Stop thinking you could do it that way. Okay. Tom can't do it the way he wanted. We're just gonna have to work it out. Well, we'll work it out. I mean, these are minor. These are compared to the issues we were having before, where streams were crashing and everything was not working the way it was supposed to. Um, this is a minor technical difficulty that we can work out and we can have working tomorrow. Um, I got to get the sound right and get everything going as far as the sound goes for you guys. But beyond that, um, we can get this baby rearing to go in the right way it should be, uh, without any because look, like um I am sorry, I had to answer a text. Um, I am trying to um, make it so we can have a professional show here. I want this to be a place where people want to come and get news and information and everything else. And because I have a show that I'm doing. Um, it's like it, trying to walk and chew gum at the same time. Like usually my phone will be off and I won't answer this, but this is a quite necessary evil today to get things done. But the good news is the grand news is um, Tom Reynolds here has the funding for his business, and I can't read. All right, and I can't read text. I'm literally answering texts because we're trying to do paperwork is hard when literally the other person doing the paperwork is in Michigan. So paperwork is like real difficult, and like this is a transaction that is supposed to be done today for tomorrow. So it's like pins and needles. And it's involving my business and like my other business that I have no partners in, so it's just me. So filling out paperwork is just easy peasy, right? There's nothing there to worry about filling out. But dealing with this, you have to go through a lot more rigmarole and stress, and it's a little tougher. So you just deal with it. Um, but like the show must go on. You must do everything you can to get things to work. And that's what I'm doing here. We will have this down. Um, I am loading something um, because I'm gonna see if I can't. Let's see. Share. See, learning how to do a new system is fun yet confusing all at once at the same time when you're trying to do it for the first time. So it's like, okay, cool, it did show up. See, this is the FY Nation globe thing and everything. What I would wish they had a feature, which they don't have a feature of, is I wish they had a feature where you could actually have it so you could have it repeat the video, and I don't have that feature. So we have to figure out something else for the feature in the video. But if you want to download the app QR code is right there, and you can get the app that way. That's why I put it up on the screen and have it for everybody. So there's an easy, simple way to get the app and go from there. But FY Nation Radio Player app, we've gotten about 40 downloads so far. 40 downloads. People are using the app. We paid our first month in the app. It's only $60 a month to have. I, I like it. I hope you do too. And it's pretty nice. So moving right along to our next story. Not as many stories as I would have liked to get to today, but let's go with the latest poll because the GOP says it could win the midterms. Oh my God. Um, no. One of those 203 400 and we're not going to take a break, but we're live. We're doing the series. I'm going to finish out the half hour. And I apologize that this is the casus interruptus of Tom Reynolds. Don't you know who I am? Right? Don't you know what I do? Don't you know who I am? It's one of those shows, and I almost didn't do the show at all. So we're a month into Ukraine, but we have midterms coming up, and the GOP thinks they can win. The GOP thinks they can win, and it's crazy that they think they can. They think they can win, and the story from the Daily Mail goes from a memo that they picked up, which basically says, "We can win. We can do this. We got this." And if the the narrative that they're trying to do is trying to tell you that the Democratic Party is a party that is out of touch. 75% of swing voters say Democrats are out of touch and condescending, and 2/3 say they're spending too much money in D.C. Nobody was saying that when they got their stimulus check. Nobody was saying that when they got their stimulus checks, that the Republicans and the Democratic Party were spending too much money on Washington, D.C. Talk about a big lie. But there's too much spending. And this is a National Republican Congressional Committee poll, so totally trustworthy. The campaign arm of the House Republican Committee, Republicans found that 75% of battleground voters believe that the Democrats were out of touch and condescending. Projection much? Additionally, 67% of the Democratic spending in Congress was out of control. The spending was out of control. How that crazy spending, crazy Democratic spending. Because got to fill that narrative. They're just spending it on crack pipes for Joe Biden's kid. The new polls surveyed voters from 77 swing congressional districts, which Joe Biden won at an average of 5.5%. And the NRCC's latest battleground survey confirms that Joe Biden and the Democrats face an increasingly challenging political environment. Okay. So it confirms their narrative. The polling they did, oh my God, confirms their narrative. So what does that mean for Democrats and the Democratic Party? Work your ass off. Do it harder and stronger. You know? And Jim says you could replace Democratic with Republican in that poll and get the same result. Absolutely. It doesn't matter that they're a Republican. Biden's approval rating, it stands at 40% in these key districts, with another 55% signaling they disapprove of the Democratic president. 45% say they strongly disapprove, while 17% say they strongly approve. Oh, the 17% are the smart ones. The Democratic Party has work to do. We have work to do. 46% of the battleground voters said their biggest concern was an economic issue, with 26% saying inflation and the cost of living, and other 15% saying it was jobs and the economy. All things Joe Biden doesn't have control over and can only make happen so well. And it is annoying that we're here because the Democratic Party has done things. The infrastructure bill is the biggest thing. We gave a stimulus right after COVID when I gotta make a phone call and I can't do it during the show. So, um, they people forget stimulus checks. That round of stimulus checks that came out, that spending, out of control spending, was for the American people to recover from COVID. People forget because the Democratic Party does not do a good enough job reminding people we held their hand during COVID. Reminding people that we made those stimmy checks possible. That we made everything possible with just getting out of Afghanistan. And it could have been worse, considering the previous administration, who was all for it, by the way, who made the agreement, didn't do anything for the agreement, and didn't give President Biden any real way out. They just said, here you go, have that. So all these things they bring up, we did good jobs on. In the here and now, oh, well, you got to pay $4 for gas. Not Joe Biden's fault. Gas companies' fault. Oil companies' fault. Big oil. Not Joe Biden's fault. And it is ridiculous that there's a 24-point advantage with the Republicans and the cost of living. How stupid are these people they are polling? That the Republicans will do better for the economy? What, with tax cuts for the wealthiest among us? They'll do better? Explain to me, please, how the Republican Party will do better. I would love Josh Hawley to explain, or Marsha Blackburn. Oh, we're going to do so much. We're going to stop CRT, Yeah, that's going to help the economy. Um, that's going to help the economy. I'm literally answering texts while I'm doing the show, and I'm not preoccupied. I apologize. But this is important, and I can't take this phone call right now, so I'm trying to do it both. Americans most worried about jobs and the economy, Republicans and Democrats by 20 points. Or Republicans led Democrats by 20 points. And Republicans get us into recessions. Republicans are a recession. And I don't like, they are a recession. I don't understand how people can just so suddenly this Instagram culture where this Instagram culture that really is just out of control, where you need self gratification and you need to justify your anger by going after the Democratic Party, which has done so much for the American people. And we'd be doing more if it weren't for the likes of Joe Manchin, who's cock blocking us. Remember, it's Joe Manchin getting in the way of progress, not Joe Biden. Oh my God. It was Joe Manchin, Kirsten Sinema, getting in the way of this. I'm literally answering a phone call that should have been a phone call via text, so we can continue doing the show. Um, this is crazy today. Which is like crazy, like the Republicans, right? The Republicans lead Democrats by 20 points. The Republicans' messaging is anti. They're not telling you there's no contract on America. And yes, contract on America is what it would be. There's none of that for the American people to see. They don't have any plans there. They don't have any type of thing that they're going to do. So why is there a lead of 20 points? Why is there a lead of 20 points? Because there are not enough people like Tara Devlin, Robin Kincaid, Brad Friedman, and others, Tom Hartman, getting the message out about the Democratic Party being the party that will keep us on the straight and narrow with good job numbers, with good high paying jobs, with a economic engine that is ready to roar. We're just having some issues because everything's made in China. And oh, I'm sorry, China's under what, another lockdown? Yet another lockdown? Yet another lockdown? Yes, they are under another lockdown. So, oh my God. But the media helps this narrative because they want them fighting. They need them fighting. Governance is out of the picture. 56% rate gas as the biggest hindrance to their families, while 41% rated as food costs. So gas and food costs. Well, gas is going to be high right now. There's a war going on. I'm sorry there's a war going on, but there's a war going on. And you can't Keystone XL your way out of this. And the talking point of not allowing production in the US is driving Republicans looking better. Like the Republicans will do it. The Republicans will, we got it. We know what to do. So they hammer this narrative. Joe Biden can't do anything for gas prices. What can he do? What can he do? The local gas station can't do anything for gas prices, except raise them, if we're being honest about it. And it's for existing leases and stock buybacks. And they're not increasing it. They like the gas companies like this. The big oil companies like this. They like the Democratic Party look bad because they know they can make more money with lower taxes with Republicans. So they're gonna go with it. Um, uh, they're gonna go with it. Biden is right when he says there are pre-existing leases. Use the pre-existing leases. Produce more gas. I'm not holding you back. Joe Biden and congressional aides and the Democratic Party needs to be out there saying, hey, oil, big oil, we are not holding you back. You have the running room, the staging area to not do tax stock buybacks. And you can increase production. And your priorities are wrong. Tell the truth. Republicans, big oil will not tell the truth about the priorities. It's an easy message war to win. Big oil. Paint them as monsters. Big oil companies want to get rich off of high gas prices and low production. That's how they get rich. That's how they get rich, these big companies. They get rich because the Democratic Party will not tax them hard enough with stock buybacks. Imagine if there was a stopgap to where the only way they could make money was by increasing production, and the stopgap to stock buybacks would be a tax. Jim says Republicans put profit over people every time. Amen. That's also easy message. You want a bumper sticker for the Democratic Party? The Democratic Party knows the Republicans put profit over people. The Democratic Party wants to win and maintain power and keep Nancy Pelosi in power and keep Kevin McCarthy from being the dumbest Speaker of the House in history. Maybe better messaging. And I agree, Jim, completely. We have a long, if you go by this poll, a long road to go. Because the narrative out there is the Democratic Party is stopping production. The Democratic Party is in the way. The Democratic Party are big meanies to the big oil companies. Well, if the big oil companies would get off their ass and actually produce instead of doing stock buybacks, maybe then prices would be lower. Just maybe. We need forceful politicians and pundits sending the narrative our direction, not allowing the Republicans to rule the day with their narrative and their shitty polls. Another 31% of battleground voters believe that high gas prices were thanks to the ongoing war in Ukraine and sanctions on Russian oil. Well, at least that is correct. A poll was conducted on March 12 through 16 among registered likely voters from 77 congressional districts and had a margin error of 3.1% for the stats, for the people who like the stats. So here we have it, folks. Here we have the way to a victory or a resounding defeat. Do we get a shellacking, or do we get more for Joe Biden? The Democratic Party is in control. All three branches of government, or two branches of government. I wish they had three. That would be so nice. So we have to show we're in control and not act as if we don't know what we're doing. Because the problem we're facing is it more the Republican narrative is the winning narrative. And you're not going to see the Tulsi Gabbard go on Fox News and say the Democratic Party knows that big oil won't drill their way out of this because that gets in the way of their profits. Tulsi Gabbard, and this is why they have her on, will say the Democratic Party is stalling innovation and creation. And she will blame, quite happily, her own party. There's the door, Tulsi Gabbard. Get out. I mean, I don't know how else to put it, do you? Get out. The likes of Tulsi Gabbard and what we deal with is crazy. And what we need to deal with are people who are going to be pundits for Joe Biden and for, dare I say, blue no matter who. The only way you get to victory is if you get the cock blockers like Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema out of the way. You push them out of the party. Joe Manchin should be in the Republican Party or as an independent, as Matt McNeil said yesterday. Joe Manchin should be nowhere near the Democratic Party. And will I support Joe Manchin if he runs again? No. Will not go say blue no. I will not be the one to say blue no matter who, blue no matter who, if Joe Manchin runs again. Because he's not blue no matter who. Like, it would be one thing if he was a strong Democrat who believed in Democratic priorities and the Democratic Party and believed in all these things, but Joe Manchin does not. Joe Manchin would rather cock block for Republicans, this president, than actually be a strong Democratic leader. He would rather go down in history as the cock blocker in chief than go down in history as a deal maker. Because he's not an honest broker. He's working for the Republicans. He would rather play grab hands with Donald J. Trump than work for the leader of his party. This is why we're in this mess, folks. It has nothing to do with the Democratic Party or the progressives or anything else. Let's be honest. Joe Manchin is the reason. Joe Manchin is the reason. So this blue no matter who crap, just so we can maintain power. What is the point of maintaining power if we have Joe Manchin blocking us all the time? If I had the money, I would fundraise for whoever is going after Joe Manchin. I would go for the Republican. I will be honest at this point. I would rather see a Republican take Joe Manchin's seat than Joe Manchin get another term in office. He's already got a pension. Let him go on his way and work for big oil. Because that's where he's going to go. He's going to be a big lobbyist for big oil at some point. So let him go do that. Instead of trying to destroy the Democratic Party from within and destroy this president. Joe Manchin's legacy is destruction. And then the reactionaries on the left will say, well, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are exactly the same. Look at Joe Manchin. Look at Joe Manchin. Because they always find that one. Look at that guy in the dress. Look at that guy in the dress. He's going to the ladies' room and he's not even a lady. He must be going to do some diddling. Look at that. My most flamboyantly gay that I can do. Are you fucking kidding me? Leave a comment in the comment section. Hashtag FY Live. We're live. Joe Manchin is the problem in the Democratic Party. The cancer is Joe Manchin. You know what you do when you get a cancer and you get a lump and you get a cyst or you get it's there. You get a doctor and you get it yanked. We need to yeet Joe Manchin out of the Democratic Party. Yeet his ass out. That's what we need to do. Yeet Joe Manchin's ass out of the Democratic Party. The Republican Party would never stand for this. And the Democratic Party just takes it. What do you mean? You're going to just sit there and take it. And then has the audacity, progressives, it's your fault. Progressives, you're the fault. You're the reason the Democratic Party. We tried to work with the moderates, but you guys stood. You guys have principles. You progressives with their principles are the reason. You them their libtards with your principles. How dare you have? How dare you have principles? And that's all we have. On that note, see you back.